Welcome to That Card Collectors Podcast with your host, Ian Taylor.
I smoked that one.
He did. He's got a sweat on. Welcome, everybody, to That Card Collectors Podcast. Yes, that one. The one your mama warned you about. My name is Ian, your host for the next number of minutes. We have joining us this week on the show, we have Jason.
Hello.
We have Josh.
What it is.
And you lucky people. We have Wesley.
Heyo.
And also you lucky people. Keith's not here.
Jeez.
That was really mean. I'm sorry, Keith. That was really mean, but funny. Yeah, Keith's in Miami. Did he say?
Yeah. He's having a good killer time probably in Miami.
He's having a wonderful time in Miami.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That's Keith arriving in Miami. Right. So we're going to. This is our first. I'm going to call it a home show, for sake of argument, because we kind of did call them lazy rivers. You know, the ones where we kind of set sail without any kind of. But this is kind of also what I mean by a home show is. Basically, I'm ripping off Greg from the Rebel Base Card podcast because he calls his shows where he just talks about like new sets and stuff that's coming out, just like catch up news kind of stuff. No particular theme. He calls them homestead keeping, which I quite like. So I'm gonna rip it and just call it this a home show. So this is a home show, folks, and make of that what you will. So there's been lots going on because of the last 3 episodes at least we've had guests, so we haven't really been talking about what's going on, what's happening, what's going down, what's going in, what's going up, all that malarkey. So I figured let's have a little catch up. I know people are plugged into social networks and all this sort of stuff, and they probably consume other content, so they might already know this stuff, but I just thought it'd be good to talk about it all. I'm going to start with Topps Fanatics. And actually, I wasn't gonna go there with this. I hadn't prepared anything, but Topps had a big industry conference this week, or Fanatics did. I don't know if you saw any of it on your Instagram. Mainly is where I saw it, but all of your favourite hobby influencers and people were there, like sharing stuff, and they did loads of presentations about what they're going to get up to, about their new NFL products coming out. About new entertainment products that are coming out. It just looked like an absolute ball. I think it was Arizona somewhere. Everyone kind of got phone out too. Everyone got goodie bags, and it all looked pretty cool. And so I can't really tell you anything because, like I said, I didn't actually prepare anything. It's only just occurred to me at the moment that it happened. But you'll have probably seen most about it on Instagram from people that were there who've done content on YouTube. But I guess the main thing is there's a new Star Wars Masterwork product coming, which looks pretty good. They have a new Disney product coming. I can't remember what it was called now. But most interestingly, he says, picking up his phone and having to scroll through loads and loads of photos. So excuse me while I just kind of tread water for a minute because I can't remember the name of it now. There was one slide on the screen that I took a screenshot of from someone's photo on Instagram because, and for the life of me, I still can't bloody find it. This is so embarrassing. Oh my goodness me!
Now,
here we go.
Ian, you said Masterworks.
Star Wars Masterwork. So they've done those before, and they're the high end one. Here we go. Marvel Illustris. ILLUSTRIS. Now, interestingly, of all the kind of slides that people posted, so I've got a slide here, 2026 product highlights, and you can kind of get the gist of it from what I'm holding up to the camera for those that were there. People on stage, standard kind of conference thing, and you can see they're in a sports stadium. So they've got slides of all the products coming up. Now, they did a slot. I've seen several people who've taken photos of the presentation, and the one product that didn't have its own slide was the Marvel Illustris one. So I've got no idea what it's all about, but I am intrigued by that. But they've got a Topps Vault, Pixar, They've got a Toy Story 30th anniversary coming on. They've got a Topps Finest Fantastic Four, which we already knew about, which is coming soon. Topps Chrome Disney and Star Wars Masterwork. So they're all coming up, which looks really exciting. What else did I manage to get a wind of? All sorts of stuff about collector journeys and, positioning of the hobby. They did industry panels with people like Chris Carlin from PSA, Gary Vaynerchuk, other people whose names I don't recognize. So, loads of stuff going on. And it looked like a grand time was had by all. Our invite was lost in the mail, I think. So, maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll get to go. But that was happening. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's good to see. And Fanatics is going to be huge this year. Fanatics Fest, rather, sorry, in New York. Apparently they've got loads of activations going on throughout that event. So they're really pushing to make that big deal. And I think that's just before the National. So that's quite an exhausting period for people.
Yeah.
You got that, you got the National, you've got Gen Con going on, you've got San Diego Comic Con going on. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's very, very exciting stuff. But yeah, unless, I need to deep dive in a little bit more into some of the content and find out what the other highlights were. But that was the main thing, was just the product releases slide that I saw, which was quite good. Has any of you ever touched any Star Wars Masterwork?
No.
No, I haven't.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I've got one autograph from it, and it's beautiful. Really nice foiling. I don't think it's quite a Black Diamond level, but it's kind of up there. It's not far off it. I think masterpieces, but for live action Star Wars.
Yep.
I think the advertisement I saw just was boasting very highly about having on-card autos for that.
Yes. Yeah.
I can only imagine what a on-card auto of some of our favorite Mark Hamill cards might go for nowadays or something.
Yeah.
The ones I did see were very beautiful, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think that was part of the reveal for Star Wars Masterwork. So it's going to be good. But they've had quite a lot of products come out of late. Topps on the Marvel side, most recently, of course, and I've just seen people posting the hits is the Deadpool Wolverine set.
Yes,
that's just come out. And that looks like an absolute hoot.
It is fun. Watched a couple breaks.
Yeah, people posting. I mean, Henry Cavill autos seem to be all over the place. The Cavalry. Hugh Jackman's going to get arthritis from how much he's signing, clearly. And you've got Nathan Fillion signing his Headpool. You've even got the dog. They've got paw prints of the dog.
Yep.
Actual dog pool. Autograph cards, but they're the paw print.
Wow, I didn't know that.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
how cool is that?
They look cool. The whole set seems to be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's all very shiny. It's all built for breakers.
Mm-hmm.
The blasters are a real crapshoot.
They are.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that.
Oh, did you go for some?
I bought a blaster yesterday.
Oh, look at this. Right, hang on. Let's make Jason big on screen because I think he's got stuff to show us.
Yeah.
He says, hopefully.
No magical Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman autographs found, but it's an interesting set. So the base set's broken up in 3 sections. Mm-hmm. So they have a comic accurate with the comic book versions of characters.
Oh my gosh, that's shiny.
Yeah,
that's really shiny.
They're nice.
Is that Chrome branded?
They're Chrome. Yeah, it's a Chrome set.
Okay.
Chrome set, and then they have a set of characters. So it's got the movie. There's Lady Pool.
Okay. That's Blake Lively, by the way.
Correct. And this is probably not the best. This one's better. And then the last part of the base set is called Multiverse, but it's kind of like the story card from stories from Deadpool and Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And I do not like but anyway, so it's got just screenshots. But what bugs me about this set is the borders cut off, like right
But
here.
that's a
On the
deliberate
end.
design choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought when I first saw one, I thought it was an error, but then they're all like this. It really,
Yeah, no, that's how they chose to. Interesting choice there.
it really bugs me.
Yeah.
I like the. I'm fine with these, but the
Yeah,
other,
the original, the comic accurate ones are pretty nice.
yeah. And then they have the Blaster exclusive parallel. You get 2 in a box. Is the mini diamonds?
Okay, but they've still got that weird border thing. I'm not. I'm gonna say it right now. That's a bit shit. That border cutoff thing. Oh, Kid Pool. Oh my goodness me. See, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
It is an interesting choice, like
Yeah.
Josh said. That's for sure. It's a little different.
So this is a different insert. I think it's what are you going to do about it? Mouth, and so I guess it's just quotes from the movie.
Okay.
And then they've got a lot of. I mean, it's a nice mix of movie and comic book stuff. So this is
That's what I like.
comic gold stars. So there's Wolverine. It's Patch.
Yeah, I've watched 2 whatnot breaks, and I thought all those comic ones were pretty good.
And then here's a cover card.
Oh, that's nice.
And then this is a Topps has done this before, but this is apparently just in the blaster boxes. You get 2, but Deadpool icons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I actually got
Nice.
the 2 good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think these are probably my favorite, and then I got like a couple, the refractors, but it's a fun set. Like I said, I like the mix of the comic and the movie together. There seems to be a good balance, something for everybody. GameStop I just bought one. They're $39.99. It's getting to the point where blasters are. I don't know if it's worth it for just a sampling, just because you don't. I think there was 7 packs, 4 cards per pack.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd pay that. I think to have a little tickle.
Yeah, just for one time. I don't know if I'm going to go back and get. I mean, it was fun, but I don't know if I'm going to dive in for more.
I mean, I say that as someone who lives in a country where I can't do that. So for me, it would be worth it. Your approach to it might be different.
Yeah, I used to buy more blasters, but as they've gone up and just kind of what you get in them, you may not get like the big hit. And if you want to build a base set, that's one thing. But
did they have hobby boxes, Jason, or just blasters?
I just saw blasters. I haven't really seen too much as far as hobby boxes at GameStop. They had a WWE box that was $59.99 that looked like a little bit more than a blaster and less than a hobby. But I haven't really seen hobby boxes at GameStop. But it's just a small little section there.
I did see some at there's a local card shop that was open a little later the other night, and I walked by and saw some of that, and they did have some hobby boxes, and that was part of my complaint. It's like I think it was $424 for a hobby box, which I guess it's what
Deadpool
the prices
Pro?
are. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything else. Does that sound high to you, or is it or low, or?
No, I mean, I thought it was a little high, but
I wouldn't pay that.
yeah,
I don't think I'd pay that. I'm not. I mean, if I was into the film a little bit more, or if there was a like a guaranteed auto per box, I don't even know. To be fair, I don't know. There's not a guaranteed auto per box, but I would assume there isn't.
Right.
And so if there was a guarantee, then I'd probably feel a little bit more comfortable about paying it. But Topps don't work that way. Wesley, did you say something about your just before we started your GameStop?
Yeah,
shut down.
Yeah, there's a. Whoops.
Oh goodness, that was loud.
Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a GameStop not too far from us that I would go to pick up little things here and there, and yeah, we just went in beginning of last month and it was shut down. So I think I did see somewhere that they're shutting a bunch of them down here in the United States. It's kind of.
Well, I've got to say, Wesley, that's probably
Yeah,
'cause you weren't
GameStop's-
supporting them enough. You know.
Sorry, that's my assistant.
What
Getting a
was
little
that?
nosy.
Was that your phone?
Good, like a Google assistant or AI assistant.
Yeah, my chat GPT must have been up,
Yeah.
so it was
Oh yeah.
she's talking to me, giving me.
Oh, she knows everything about you now. You forgot to hit the off a long time ago.
Yeah, she's been listening quite.
Uh-huh.
She likes to watch.
But yeah, have you guys heard
True.
the same thing that they're shutting down a bunch of GameStops?
Yeah, I
Or
think
they're-
I've heard that.
Yeah.
We only have one. We used to have more in town, I think, but we just have one in town at the mall.
They don't exist over here, so yeah,
Right,
make
right.
the most of it. Yeah, I'd love to check one out. I might see if I can check one out in Chicago when I come over and to the National. So but
we've actually been this area down here. We've been benefiting from East West has grown crazy. They've become a real stake. They're mostly sports cards and Pokemon. They'll deal with anything non-sports, and they'll carry Marvel product and have just about every release. In small, you'll always be able to find a hobby box with them and probably some blasters. We've also had Cool Comics and Dragon's Lair, two other really good ones pop up not far. So now, a year away from, fast forward a year ago, we didn't have these options. It was Target, it was Barnes and Noble, it was, stuff like that. And so it's nice to see, at least this far, Naples, Fort Myers area, that we're able to grab a few. Now the prices are, they're expensive, but at least the boxes are there if you
you've got
decide
access to it. Yeah.
Right. So, and I've talked to Tommy, the guy in East West, who's one of the owners, and their mind is opening up. They're seeing it at, from conversations at National and conversations they're having where they're continuing to keep a little bit of, a little bit more Marvel, and they're starting to, carry a little Magic, a little more, some other things like that. So, and then obviously the monster that is Pokemon, that's half their store. And go into a sports card store that does that well, to see half of the building dedicated to Pokemon, it lets you know where we're at.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
okay, that's
so
interesting.
crazy.
Really cool though, as far as they also keep metal, engraved metal bars and coins of all these characters too. So if you want to go and buy silver, you can go to East West and buy some Charizard bars of silver that are numbered, serial numbered, marked, and they have Spider-Man, they've got Venom, they've got gold, silver, copper bars.
Interesting.
So what do they stock? Metal.
Yeah. So it's like precious metals. I mean, probably all of us might have a couple pieces of something in our safe, and it's pretty boring to. Okay.
Metal.
Okay.
Metal.
What in the world?
If you talk about metal, this place.
Nice. Well, this is.
I'll
This
stop
is
it
in
because
the-
it's putting you off. Sorry.
This is in the idea of, everybody tries to, collect some precious metal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're boring to look at. They're just bars, and sometimes they're stamped with something. It's not very. So I guess their whole idea was to create some aesthetically pleasing serial numbered gold, silver, copper bars that are pretty
Wow.
awesome.
Okay.
That was kind of you guys remember, was it Frank Frazetta that I was talking about a couple weeks
Yes.
ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
I went down a rabbit hole of looking at art, Frank Frazetta, and then they have a company that makes very small pieces of metal, gold, stuff like that, like dollar bill. They're shaped like a dollar bill, but it's prints of their art, of different art and stuff like that. And
Gotcha.
yeah, that was a whole rabbit hole too.
Wow. All this talk of metal, I just seriously, any excuse to play this.
So I thought it was the Google Assistant going off again. I thought it was
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to piece together. Like, okay, this is.
You look very confused there for a
I
second.
was very
And
confused.
it was really worth it for the look on your face, regardless of anything else.
I'm thinking, can we get the Google Assistant to participate in the show?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I've got news for on the top side of things. But I do want to very quickly. It's my first foray into talking about sports cards today. I discovered that these existed. Oh, what are these? I hear you cry. Well, for those on camera, you're about to see on video, you're about to see. For those on audio, I'll describe them for you. So, you may know I've talked about this in the past, and Josh, we've shared this. I'm more of a Patriots fan when it comes to football, or American football as we call it over here, NFL. Especially Mr. Tom Brady, the GOAT. 6 rings. Is it 6 rings? It was 6. Wasn't it? 7. Oh yeah, because he got the 7th. So 6 with the Pats and 1 with the Bucks. Okay. So I discovered something from a set called Donruss Elite, and this is 2020. So this was his last season playing for the Patriots. They did these cards.
Oh man!
Now, how nice are they? Now, for those on audio, what I'm holding up here are they're kind of foil cards, and they're the letters D and Y from the name Brady, and so there are 5 of them. I don't have the bra yet, the BRA.
You got the bra.
But yeah, I mean, I think the green are just the base ones from this year. They did them the following year, but he was in Bucks outfits, and I don't collect Brady in the Bucks. I only collect him in Patriots. And so I'm determined to track the other 3 of those down. But have you ever seen these? I mean, I think they're gorgeous.
They're really nice.
That's
a nice foiling. The letter jumps on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're really nice. There's different picture of Tom on each card. There's different writing on the back as well. But I think the whole set, it's different players and their names. So they've got Derrick Henry, and of course it's Henry. They've got Eli Manning. I don't know if they do Eli or something else, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And I think there's only about 40 cards in the set, but there are then numbered parallels of these.
Okay.
So you can get these in silver that are numbered to 50 or something like that, and different colors.
That is kind of
displayed really well.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm determined to finish them, and I've no interest in going for these over multiple parallels and multiple years. Just to have one set, because someone on eBay sells a custom acrylic thing that you can put these into, so that the name is on display.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put them in mags. I think they make them for them if you grade them as well. I think that's such a cool idea. So that's going to be one of my things when I'm at the National. I'm going to see if I can track down the other 3 of those cards.
Nice.
Yeah,
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, those are nice.
They displayed really well.
Yeah.
Like if you put them together, that's beautiful.
Exactly. So just apropos of nothing, they arrived in the mail yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna talk about them and show them on this week's episode. 1 second.
Yeah, I've been searching through the kind of going down. Remember asking you guys, I was going down this whole rabbit hole again for the Mega Man X puzzle thing that I finally put together. It was that Series 1 set for Mega Man X has been awesome, and I actually do have some other parallels. I got the Zero.
Oh, hang on, Joshy baby. Let me just put you on the big screen. There we go. All right, go.
So we got the Zero Hollow small pixel.
Oh, nice foiling on that one.
That is nice.
Yeah. So, and you keep in mind that IP's it grew, on the video game end. They did a lot. And so for their first crack, man, that light bar, they've done a good job. The cards the quality on them has been nice. I got the bases. So you got a high and low series, and let's see here. This is one of the highs.
Okay.
And then they go low series with 16-bit. So like your low series one's going to look a lot more. Yeah, it's gonna have a lot more of like the Super Nintendo NES feel, as opposed to when Mega Man X kind of grew and went into PlayStation and got a little more jazzed up, started doing 3D and stuff like that, changed the series a little bit. But
That's super creative.
It's been an awesome set, and they actually did a few rare art cards. The set's got one of ones that look exactly like a top super factor, like a golden treasure, but it's called a black onyx.
Nice.
The zero was just unfortunately hit. It's up there for 10,000.
So that's the character you're clearly going after, hence you holding up 3 zero cards, yeah?
Yeah. I'm a big Zero fan, and Mike is a crazy Mega Man guy. And since we were kids, that was other than sports, before we even had a chance to collect Marvel cards, that was one of the main games, IPs that we were, it was Mega Man, Mega Man X, all that jazz.
I remember that game. I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah,
no, you're good.
That game was like the hardest when I was. It was the hardest game that I played at the time. You had to do so many different things, and it was what a great. I got to check that out. I can't believe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. The format that they came up with, that boss scaling system, where you sort of, the game was going to be two different experiences. You either went through this unbelievably difficult, unreal difficult experience, or you rode the boss path that they wanted you to go. Defeat this boss, use that power to go to this boss, use that one to. And so they did a couple things for the first time in gaming, and they've only had one set that was really decent, back in 97 or something like that. Really similar to those Pepsi coin cards you used to see from Marvel way back in the day. Over glittered, I feel crazy saying that, but too much sparkle, too much hollow. You couldn't even see the images. This is the first set, the Series 1 Mega Man X, where you've got the character list, the villains from Sigma to, everybody has a favorite Boomer Kawunger or something silly. So Keith was busting my chops about that one the other day. It's we actually did hit out of 25 Kawunger, which Mike was stoked about. It's one of his villains, but all these Flame Mammoth and Tornado Falcon, and a lot of people remember trying to tear through some of these games. And the card set was a good nostalgia hit, good rip. Cards quality wise look really great. And so they're doing Series 2 here, and
well, you're happy then.
Yeah,
Josh is in his happy place with that one.
Yeah.
It's cool. I completed that. The cover of Mega Man 18 is what they chose for the puzzle, and I found the last 4 a few days ago. So
nice.
I'm stoked about that. I'll go up on the wall.
Get that framed up.
Absolutely. So it's cool. It's for something that it's a very similar feel to Kakawao and the Aura sets and stuff, what they're doing, where you're pleasantly surprised on a constant basis. They're doing a heck of a job over there. And you feel like they're probably going to get better from where they've started out at. And this is kind of feels like that. They've hit the ground running pretty solid. Especially for an IP you're probably going to have a little difficult time drumming up crazy resources for, so for whatever was a moderate budget, assuming they did pretty good with it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. Cool. So I just want to kind of sum up. There's been quite a lot going on from our friends over at Upper Deck. Hello, Upper Deck folks. Happy birthday for yesterday for Billy Celio, who's in their product team, who we have yet to have on this podcast, but I'm sure he'd be happy to come on. He's a dude, and he's crazy. So happy birthday, Billy, for yesterday. It'll be even longer after your birthday when this episode drops. So happy birthday for next year as well. They've had a busy old time, so I want to touch on a few of the sets. I'm going to start off with Batman Adventures. Now, I haven't got any of these in hand as yet, I'm hoping that our friends at Upper Deck send us a copy to have a look at. But I have got. Now, I wonder if I share screen here, I'm wondering if you'll be able to hear it. So let's go for it. They've put out a really cool trailer for this. So shout if you can't hear it. If you stay silent, I'll assume that you can. For those recording with me, that is. Here we go.
It's
Very
trying.
low.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Scale her up.
Very low.
Very low.
Such as Gotham's Greatest, Cold Snap, Villain Vault, and Joker's Wild. Collect other inserts such as Allies of the Bat.
There you go. We're getting there.
Heroic Rescues, Art of the Bat, and more. And chase actor auto inserts and parallels of your favorite heroes and
Oh,
villains.
those look good.
Those are cool.
Grab Batman, the animated series trading card set at your local hobby shop today.
Not surprised. Not surprised they're doing this at all.
So that is out. That's out now. It's been out for a little while, I think. I don't know why it's. Oh, it's also playing. Stop it. Right. Let's stop sharing at that point. But that's been out now. I've not seen any in hand. I don't generally speaking tend to watch breaks, but I haven't seen that many of them being posted either. Have any of you kind of seen any out there or watched any?
No, I was actually surprised that it was that it's out already because I haven't seen very much of it.
Yeah,
I saw a couple little advertisements for it. My first thought was wondering.
Let me just quickly check my notes. I'm pretty sure it's out. Hang on a second. Let me have a look at this again. Oh, blimey now, it's playing again.
So,
Shush.
Did you guys all watch the series when it was out? The original
No, that's the
animated
thing.
Batman series?
I didn't, but I got the comics that it was based on. So I kind of, the visual aesthetic of it,
Okay.
I get.
Yeah,
Um,
and that was my main reason I brought it up because when that show came out, it was that style of animation that they brought to that version of the Batmobile was wildly popular, and so on and so forth. So it really became a thing where people they fell in love with that style of animation for Batman. It's similar to how Lego Batman is so well received for whatever reason. You know, that it just all lines up really awesome. And so I'm not shocked that they're doing this set, and I'm pretty excited to see it actually because
it's out. It's out. So I'm hoping our friends at Upper Deck will hook us up with a box to open and review and look at. But yeah, it came out a couple of weeks ago. They've had quite a lot going on, and all of a sudden it seems that they're ramping up a little bit. So one of the cool cats at Upper Deck sends me the release dates now. So the latest release dates I've had. What is that noise? Is that you, Wesley? The upcoming releases email he sent recently. So we've got Fleer Ultra Superman, which came out this week as we record.
Wow.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Then we've got actually in the same week, 2026 Allure Golf. And then yesterday, as we record, the 11th of April, was National Hockey Card Day. Again, I'm going to come back to that in a moment because I've got stuff to show and talk about with that. Then you've got AEW Allure is out on the 15th. You've got Flair Hockey 2025-2026 is out on the 15th. Then you've got Metal Universe Hockey 2025-26 on the 22nd of April. Credentials Hockey on the 29th of April. And SPX Hockey on the 6th of May.
Wow.
So Upper Deck. Well, yeah, but there's loads coming out in a very short window, and you know, I love the fact that we've got this wider view now of what's coming out. We're not just focused on the entertainment stuff, but it's there's a lot more products than you kind of realise that are coming out. I mean, I mean that's a lot. What else we got? We got. I think I've read them all. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. That's enough to be getting on with, even notwithstanding the Batman adventures. But yeah, so Batman Adventures, I'd like to get into it a bit more. Apart from that trailer, I don't really have anything else to kind of show and talk about. But I have seen a few Instagram posts of the actual autos. They look really good. They look really clean.
Yeah.
I think the playing card design, I think they're quite a big hit.
Right.
Those look cool. The UD debut, those look pretty good.
Yeah, some of their sports designs.
Yeah, those look pretty good for that set. I just did a quick before the show kind of quick look because it pops up on my Facebook as far as Upper Deck talking about the set, but I haven't seen really anybody talking about it, which I'm surprised because, like Josh said, for those of us that grew up watching it, it was a big deal.
It was,
and still thought of fondly as kind of a really good adaptation interpretation of Batman.
100%. Yeah, well put.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
We remember.
Had to be done.
Yeah, we remember X-Men. We had Spider-Man, and then the other was that Batman, and it was like just DC's like presence into those like iconic mid '90s animated series, and it was so well done.
I was fond of the Superman show that came after Batman. The Superman animated series was good too.
I think I remember that vaguely.
And then you got the Justice League after that. All that kind of same style.
Okay. So then the other one, of course, that came out this week is Fleer Ultra Superman. Now that is, I think it's one of the first, apart from Unbound, which we'll come on to in a moment, because I have words to say about Unbound. Fleer Ultra Superman, that's their first original art set for the DC license, and it looks pretty good. They're certainly pushing hard on it on social because it's got a lot of sketch card artists have worked on the set, so they're all posting their artwork, and my feed and Upper Deck Ent stories are blowing up with reposts and reshares of all the artwork. And there's some if you're a sketch collector, what a time to be alive with that set, because it certainly looks like there's a lot of it in the product. I'm not sure what the ratios are. That aside, I've surprisingly not seen an awful lot of the original art, which I think is a I don't know. It just strikes me as a little bit odd. I'm seeing a lot of posts about the inserts, but not so much about the actual original art. Tom Fleming did a post showing some of his stuff, which looked really cool. And we're hoping that Tom will come on and talk about his work on this set soon. But while I'm on the Upper Deck page here, let me just quickly get this up, and then I will show you some of the inserts. Yes, I will do that. Right. So again, if you're on YouTube, now is your time. What a time to be alive if you're on YouTube. If you're not, however, sorry, you'll just have to hear us talking about the. So this is an insert that I've just posted about. Is the Bizarro insert set. Now check these out. You got Bizarro. I can't even pronounce that, so I'm going to move on to a character I can. Bizarro Crypto. I mean, we're having a lot of problems in the UK at the moment with dangerous dogs attacking people, dangerous breeds and stuff like that. This reminds me of one of those, because quite frankly, that's the stuff in nightmares. You've got Bizarro Doomsday, which looks pretty cool. So I don't know what the foiling is like on these, but I really like the artwork. Bizarro Lex Luthor. I mean, my understanding of the Bizarro kind of thing within Superman is that it's kind of like Marvel Zombies.
It is
for Superman, I've only read it a little bit in the comics, and it really wasn't my thing. I can't lie to you. But the imagery of it, I mean, look at that. Boy Zorro. Used to be my Tinder name. We got Bizarro Supergirl. Which used to be Josh's Tinder name. Anyway, and then just Bizarro, which was Keith's. But yeah, they look really cool. They look really cool. Let's go. As soon as we're here, let's go through. There's loads of Rush of Icor stuff. I'd love to talk about Rush of Icor, but again, I don't really. And I'm not really TCG player, but the original art on it looks really cool. So if we had something in hand to talk about, wink, wink, Uncle Deck, we could probably really get into it. Right,
Yeah,
here we
here
go.
we
So
go.
this is a really nice insert, 95
beautiful.
retro insert
Oh yeah,
from Fleer Ultra Superman.
Iconic.
These look really cool. Look at these.
Iconic poses, great. Yeah, iconic poses, great art, great choice here. Background's beautiful.
I like these.
It's a piece of art.
I like those a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like these. And again, I mean, the picture doesn't tell 1,000 words because you can't really get a feel for what the effect is like.
Right.
You gotta imagine that the
again.
background is hollow, huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the acetate. I don't know. Who knows?
That would I actually like that even better.
Acetate would work really well on that.
Yeah.
We've got right now. Upper Deck did a trailer, so are you all sitting comfortably? We're gonna listen again. I'm hoping that the sound will come through. Let me just press play and see what happens. No, it's muted. How embarrassing. Right, we'll start that again. Hang on a second. Video has no sound. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, Upper Deck put this up, and at the time, I remember it was really weird. It posted without any sound. So they've got this trailer on their webpage, but there's no sound to it. Look. I mean, it looks great, but there's no sound.
Oh yeah.
It looks very good.
That's awesome.
It does look cool. But again, I don't know if any of this is the original art. But anyway, you can see there, look, original art, all new original art base set. The thing that I'm finding difficult is that they haven't shared much of the original art. So look, you've got a gold spectrum parallel here. So this is one of one gold spectrum parallels. So maybe this is some of the original art. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, there's one of ones in the set. I mean, these look good.
Yeah.
I like
That
them. There's a
looks
Batman
great.
one.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's got to be the base set original art.
You would have thought those would be original art, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Randall Savage, I don't know who that is, but it looks cool. Lobo. This one's cool. This is Miles Wall. This one, I think. If I've got that wrong, please forgive me. But I'm pretty sure I saw him sharing that when the set dropped. But Lobo, right. Here's the thing. Have you seen the new Supergirl trailer?
Yes.
With Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah.
Yes.
How good does that look? I'm up for that. Lobo was something I did get into back in the 90s with the Simon Bisley artwork, and I love that. So our favourite pastiche is going to be in Supergirl. So yeah, what's not to like there? So there's the gold spectrum parallel. So yes, they must be original art of the base set. And what we got here, we have different shapes of kryptonites. There's a kryptonite, kryptonite insert. Here we go. So we've got kryptonite Lex Luthor. Again, I don't know what the finish is like on these. I'm hoping that we can open some and maybe show you all. Kryptonite Doomsday. We've got, here we go, General Zod. That General Zod looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I've got a lot of time for General Zod. Who's that? Brainiac. Darkseid. Is it Darkseid or Darkseid? Because Darkseid's kind of like the Force. I always read it as Darkseid.
I always tried to say it that way. Darkseid.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the Zack Snyder's 4-Hour Justice League. I should know this, but I've been to sleep since then. So, what else we got here? Here we got more. So they've been putting loads on social. This is great.
Yeah.
We have character card inserts. Again, this is 95 retros. Family genealogy. Now these look wooden. I don't think they are. Maybe they are. They've done wooden cards before.
If they're going for that wooden finish, you got to make the card out of wood.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I love the artwork on that, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's not John Byrne, is it?
No, that looks like shoot, who is it? Gary Frank, maybe.
Looks nice though. I like it. I like the line work on it.
Or maybe Frank Quietly.
Frank Quietly? No, it's not Frank Quietly.
No, I think it's Gary Frank.
Yeah. Ultra abilities. So all the usual kind of Fleer Ultra inserts they do. You've got, what's this? Ask Jimmy Olsen. So that looks quite
That's-
fun. That's like a film strip almost, but on a wooden background. Bizarre.
Okay.
Man of Steel insert.
Mhm.
They look cool.
Yes.
They look really cool. I bet there's some shine going on with that. Looking at that background, you've got shield bearers. So I don't know if they're going to be possibly something embedded in the card, potentially something metallic or cloth. I don't know. Looks good
Yeah,
though. It's all the
sort
different
of
kind
a
of
patch
S
card.
logos. Yeah, possibly. And yeah, so there's lots in the set. That's for sure. Now Keith Boyle did post some photos in the DCCW group. Shall I go and find those while we're sat here? Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Did you,
Everyone-
Jason? Did you have the
everyone
picture of the
shoot on Facebook.
medallions?
He's gonna.
Okay, so that's what.
They were. From
This is
Keith
what I
Boyle.
think I'm going to pull up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keith, bless him, he's an absolute dude. Where are we? I've got to find it now. There's so much in there. I can't find it. So let me just quickly search Keith Boyle. Boyle. There he comes. Here we go. So he's opened some because he has the store. Heroic. No, I want more comics and games. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So these are the medallions. Now the medallions look really nice.
They do. They look
Um,
really good.
Yeah,
That's-
very nice.
Yeah.
I
That's
am
very
it.
nice.
I did think it was an interesting choice not using the Superman logo for the center of the medallion.
Interesting. What have they used? What's behind that?
I guess
It
that's-
says medallion
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Okay, I couldn't
So,
figure
like,
out what it said.
with just the optics of how iconic the Superman
Yeah.
logo is and a medallion card.
Yeah.
It looks the finish looks beautiful, and the two-tone flat and like powdered
Mm.
chrome like thing. It's beautiful, very clean. I like the red, looks gorgeous. Yeah, that
I
Superman
do like the
logo.
Superman logo in the top right, though. That's
Yeah,
nice. I like that. Less is more for me on that one.
With the center
And
says
you've
medallions.
There's a that's obviously a red or a ruby medallion.
I
That's
like
beautiful.
that.
That's one of the that's one of the retro. Look, they are acetate. Look, you can see behind. You can see the text on the back shining through.
Mhm.
That's cool.
They look good.
Those are
They
nice.
look really good. Again, another one of those. You can tell that's acetate because that's see-through. I've no idea who that character is though. Different version of Superman. Dark Seed.
Okay.
It looks a bit of fantasy in that. I mean, I guess that kind of is their version of Thanos, isn't it?
Yeah.
Greatest
He
battle.
was first.
Yeah. This reminds me of the Marvel annual cards from the other year. I had a similar looking insert. Greatest
That
battles.
looks sharp.
Yeah, I like the
version.
foil
That-
on that.
Yeah, that's going to shine like a mofo. I don't know what I'm seeing here. That could be a base card.
I think that's a base
Or it could be a
card.
parallel.
Mm.
The Eradicator. The Eradicator. There we go.
Eradicator,
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh my goodness me!
got there.
It's been
Nailed it.
I got there eventually. Superman
Nailed it.
Ultra Abilities. Now the picture of Superman on this card just makes me laugh. It looks like a game show host.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks a bit like Brad Pitt. But Ultra Abilities, that looks good. This looks nice. Ultra
Ooh.
Stars. Again, Dark Seed.
That is beautiful. It says that's
so-
different than the Ultra Stars I'm
Yeah.
seeing in the past. That is a
Exactly.
nice change.
That reminds me of a Soda Flare.
Thank
looking
you,
at the
thank
foiling.
you. That's what I was thinking of. But that
Yeah.
I like that even better. That's
That's nice.
beautiful.
That's really clean.
Mm-hmm.
The family genealogy.
Eh.
I'm gonna be
Dunno,
bummed
I'm
out.
not feeling it. Not feeling
it's
it, but
it's nice. It's nice, but if you turn that thing and it's
Yeah.
not a wooden card, why?
there we go. So those are all the pictures Keith posted. So yeah, I mean it's out. So go check it out. I think it's probably the best thing I can say at this moment. It's super, and it's man.
And I bet a Bobby box isn't going to be too expensive. I bet that'll be at a decent price point.
Did you say hobby box or Bobby box? Because it sounded like Bobby box.
It sounded like Bobby
Bibbidi,
Hawk.
bibbidi,
Bobby box.
bibbidi, libbity, bibbidi.
Hello, my
But-
name's Bobby Box.
Sometimes it's nice to get. I don't know. I like grabbing blasters here and there, but it's I almost know going into it that I'm not gonna hit what I'm trying to get. So it's like, all right, just wait and grab the hobby box, Josh, and
or buy
so
singles.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying that, because that's usually the path to, the least of least resistance, certainly.
Well, I do have the checklist here for Fleer Ultra Superman. I'm just going to open it up, mainly because it will give me a sense of whether or not it's actually got blaster parallels. So let me just quickly scan down that, because they would normally. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. They have got blasters for this one. So, but I'm still trying to scroll down and figure out if there's a blaster exclusive.
They've got I looked at it this morning. There's definitely I think it's the Ultra Stars has a blaster parallel to it,
which would be similar to what they did on Fleer Ultra Avengers, I want to say.
With the
I think they had a blaster exclusive. Well, they had a blaster exclusive insert that was numbered to a certain level, and they had a blaster exclusive either Ultra Stars or Ultra Powers. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if they did something similar with this. But I'm still scrolling down the checklist. I'm now 1,000 rows deep, and I'm still going. And I honestly haven't found anything that's blaster exclusive just yet. So who knows? Tell you what I really like, though. Here's the thing. There is original artwork in this set from Nelson DeCastro. You remember him from Marvel Masterpieces 1995?
Oh, nice.
He's back, baby. There's a Bronze Age connected image set. Sorry, there are 3 connected images set, so there's 9 cards in each, so 27 total. There's a Golden Age, Silver Age, and a Bronze Age, and the original art for them is done by Nelson DeCastro. I really want to see those. I really want to see those. Nelson's a dude. I'd love to get him on the podcast. I've been wanting to get him on the podcast for years, actually, but it's never managed to happen. So maybe this is the prime example of when we can have that happen. I'm still scrolling down. I can't find the blaster exclusive, so I'm going to stop. Anyway, it appears that there will be blasters for this product, so keep your eyes open for those. It's going to go nuts on EPAC. I think it'll be really good collectability on EPAC because they'll have all parallels. They'll have EPAC exclusives. They'll have some achievements.
Right.
So, I think, a lot of these sets now are built just as much for EPAC as they are for, physical. So,
I like this.
Speaking of EPAC, can we talk about Unbound? Now, do we have to? I won't lie to you. I've got some beef here. Hopefully it's productive beef, but I do have beef. The reason I have beef is mainly because I like saying the word beef repeatedly, because it's quite fun to say. But also, let's just look at
where's the beef.
What's come out so far. Right. So first of all, now this could be, and this is no disrespect to the artist, Laura Zakari. Okay, Laura, I'm sure you're a wonderful, wonderful lady. I know you're exceptionally talented, and I'm really pleased to have made your artwork's acquaintance, because you weren't on my radar before, and now you are now. However, calling the set Unbound, Laura Zakari isn't selling it. Now, that could have been a contractual thing that they had with her. I don't know, but it's DC Unbound. Why not call it DC Unbound? I don't know. Is that a big deal, or am I just making?
From a marketing perspective, it's a huge deal.
It feels like a misstep to me.
It makes more sense to DC.
Yeah. Because that's the primary thing. You can always have Laura Zakari after that if you needed to, rather than call it year 1, year 2, year 3, etc. I get that. But
it's about the connective tissue to the past sets and everything that's been done prior.
But also to the IP. Unbound, Laura Zakari doesn't tell me what IP it is at all in any way, shape, size, or form.
Could be fantasy art.
Yeah. It could be pinup.
right.
art, for all we know. Anyway, right. So that's the first beef I have. Second beef I have is that my understanding on this from a few comments from Upper Deck team on various posts, but also from just generally what's come out so far. In that there's a lot of deep cuts, there's a lot of B-sides, or album tracks or hidden tracks. You could argue. So week 1, Scarecrow, and they obviously led with the image of the Joker because that's on the pack. So there's some familiarity there.
Right.
But let's talk about weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. And I'm sharing my screen, and this is from the Upper Deck marketplace. Okay, so this is cards that are unlocked on Upper Deck right now. So week 1, there are 670 Scarecrows showing. Week 2 was Beast Boy. Now, I'm not a DC person, really. I'm not as steeped in DC as other people are. I've never heard of Beast Boy, but nor have a lot of other people. And so there are only 343 of those there. Not because everyone's been gone mad for it and shipped them home or locked them. It's because it didn't sell as well. Okay. Then week 3, you've got Floronic Man. I'm sorry, but who?
Yeah.
If you're trying to launch Unbound, which is your company's brand, with DC, which is your new major IP, you don't put Beast Boy, Floronic Man, week 3, only 248 showing in marketplace. The Atom, week 4, only 202 showing in the marketplace. Can you see these numbers are getting lower?
Yeah.
They're not selling out. Week 5 is Star Sapphire. Now, female character, hello, slightly more in marketplace, 242, but not much of an uptick, right? By this point, there's enough commentary on the social posts I've seen to say people are kind of over it. They're like, it's just not grabbing me. You don't have a second chance to make a first impression. I think there's a fundamental flaw with the lineup of this. If you want the deep cuts, that's fine, but put them in along the way. Don't open your opening act. Shouldn't be the B sides. We're not. We're only 7 weeks in as we speak. Fortunately, week 6, Superman, banging image. Clearly, this is what the people want. 757 of those in marketplace. That week sold really well, and the week just gone, week 7, the Joker, 792 in the marketplace. So, not every week can be a Superman or a Joker. Just like with Unbound Year 1, not every week can be the Spider-Man or the Wolverine or whatever it is that crashed EPAC back in the day. But I personally, I feel that this is a flawed lineup in the way that they're releasing these characters, because I think they've lost their audience in the first month. What say you guys? Am I being unfair? Am I on the money?
You have to hit the ground running, and then you sprinkle in the characters that you're just trying to get through periodically. With this 7, there's a few pretty big hitters you would imagine to have seen. I would have expected to see Robin, possibly, Batman, just to get it going, and then from there on, you've got a few other big ones that I don't know, maybe throw Harley Quinn in early or something.
I understand maybe because they've done a lot of Batman product in a short period of time, and they've done some Superman last year, and Fleer Oct Superman's coming out, so they might have wanted to kind of maybe lean away from those. But there's an awful lot of characters that potentially are in this 50-week run, such as other Justice League characters, Green Lantern characters that they could have put in that would have still been more popular than, I'm going to say it again, Floronic Man.
Yeah. I do like the art. I'm seeing a lot of nice.
That's the thing. I'm not dissing the artwork at all.
I see what you're saying there. The background of that Beast Boy card is really nice.
Oh, it's banging. It's really nice. It's a lovely piece of artwork.
So you can see the effort's been put in, and it looks beautiful.
And that's the thing. I think that I genuinely believe, but I don't. Obviously, I'm not seeing the numbers behind this, and I'm kind of judging it based on only seeing a little bit of the release. You know, if you
Right.
look at this with hindsight, all 50 weeks,
in its
it
entirety.
might look much more whole and
Right.
holistic and whatever. So I acknowledge that we're only looking at a sample here, but I think this is a representational sample based on the numbers in marketplace. You can clearly see this week has sold a quarter of week one, and then you've sold 5 times that much here with Superman and the Joker. So you'll always have that. I just don't think you can put that many B-sides in a row.
Yes.
And certainly not within the first month of it. Get people into it. Get people into that routine.
Right.
Get people into that rhythm. There are sketch achievements with this, and it's a pretty decent achievement thing.
Yeah,
I just don't know if they've got that many people going after it.
They may have been thinking Beast Boy may have been a bigger draw, just because I know you haven't heard of him, but he's a member of the Teen Titans, which had a really popular run
Okay.
in the 80s that introduced Deathstroke, and then a TV show
Yeah.
in the early 2000s, and then they had the Teen Titans Go, which was a goofy.
Teen Titans Go. My daughter
Yeah.
loves that. That's the one
But there was
so that's my
there was a more serious Teen Titans in like early mid 2000s.
Right.
So people like him.
Yeah.
Beast Boy's
okay.
a staple. So I'm a little, they may have thinking that more people
I'm
may have
just
been.
I'm expecting to see
I
like
think they've misread
I've never
that.
been a fan of him, but
Yeah.
an Iceman, Iceman, a penguin.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
I wonder.
I mean, it's gorgeous artwork. My worry is, I think it's doing a disservice to the artist. The release lineup on this. I don't know. I'm probably being a bit too harsh there, but it frustrates me. It just feels like something that should be. I want it to be successful for them. I really want this to be successful for them. I think the Unbound brand is great. I think it's produced some beautiful cards, and it frustrates me that it's so lukewarm so far.
I wonder if it has to do with if they really ever think about it, if they go as deep as thinking we'll drop certain characters on certain dates where people maybe have more money,
Possible, yeah.
Because with in the car business, there's a seasonality and all that. They give more rebates at certain times, so maybe there's a business side of it. But I totally see your side of it, where they come out with a great Scarecrow shot, and then I don't know much to anything about DC anyway, but I'm learning as I get interested in the newer movies and some of the other stuff that's coming out.
I mean, we're all learning fast on. That's what I like about it. I mean, I might not have heard of Fluonic Man before. I can't say I'm going to go and seek out one of his comics, but that said, I have now heard of Fluonic Man. So whatever the word Fluonic means, but yeah,
there is that. But bigger characters like the Riddler and stuff like that have like kind of some following Two-Face, And
now, from my point of view, I might be to Jason's point earlier on. I think TJ from Upper Deck went on one of the posts on DCCW when Unbound was announced, and I said, I really hope Hitman and Starman are in there. So those might be as niche and unknown to some other people as Fluonic Man and Beast Boy were to me. So I get it. I think they're trying to they're possibly trying to talk more to the choir than the audience here, in terms of people who are more DC fans. Maybe that's their goal with this product, rather than being a bit more mass market. So I can see that might be where they're going, but it's such a shame to see it not moving so well just because of that lineup in the first month for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But
how many more weeks?
I'm hoping. It's 50 in total.
Okay.
So, but apparently, I may see Hitman, I may see Starman, and those weeks I'll be interested in, because those are my characters. The Jack Knight Starman, that is. So yeah. I mean, good luck. I really hope it picks up, and I really hope that we see some more cohesion with it. But anyway, I just felt the need. I felt the need to share.
Yeah.
But like you said, you got one opportunity to start.
Yeah.
to get going, and you got to
Yeah.
grab them pretty
Yeah.
quick.
I'm curious on who tomorrow's going to be.
Yeah, we'll know. Well, we'll know today. I think they announce it today, don't they? I think so. Do they still announce it the day before?
No, I think they'll say you have 1 day left or whatever. But
That's right. They've stopped announcing it the day before. Right. Okay. Yeah, they used to announce it the day before with the Marvel.
So we'll see who tomorrow.
We'll see what tomorrow
is.
brings.
It may be Wonder Woman, or it may be
Wonder Woman.
Starman. Who knows?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, right. So enough about Unbound. Let's talk, and I promise we talk about this now. I'm bizarrely, maybe not bizarrely. I'm going to say bizarrely. I'm getting bizarrely pulled. The allure, if you pardon the Upper Deck trading card set pun, of hockey. Simply because I quite like the cards that I'm seeing, because I like Upper Deck's cards. I am biased in that regard, and I like what they put out. I also kind of quite like just the general vibe of the hockey collectors that I know and have met. And so yesterday being National Hockey Card Day, I kind of figured, let's talk a little bit about hockey. Any of you guys here into hockey? Have you collected hockey? Have you seen the games? Do you follow certain teams? Just so that I know whether
played
I'm
hockey most of my life.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay. Ice hockey.
I was a goalie. Yeah, I was a goalie for USA Hockey traveling team.
Oh, well.
It was one of the biggest parts of my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
every day, Josh, I learn something new about you, and you're a dark horse. This is wonderful.
So minor league hockey in the United States is big. It's a big it's great experience. Cheap. Parents can afford to take all their kids to multiple games a week. It's pennies on the dollar. NHL is a great experience, but it's crazy expensive. So for a long time now, minor league hockey has been very popular in the States, especially in the Northeast. Now, those teams, Rochester Americans, Utica Comets, Providence Bruins, they all sponsor a junior traveling team for hockey, for USA Hockey. That team goes Maine, Connecticut, Vermont, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, obviously, and plays at a bunch of tournaments with other teams in New England against, at the minor league hockey locations, and plays in their arenas, in their B rinks. Usually the rinks you see, they got a couple rinks, and they've got like a practice one. We would go and do tournaments at these places. And then when we moved down from Boston to Florida, USA Hockey had expanded at the same time and became a big stake down here in South Florida with the Florida Everblades in the ECHL. So they have a tier system there. They have tiers 1 being the highest, 4 being the lowest. I played tier 2 at their facility for 2 years, and it was amazing. Loved it.
Nice.
The camaraderie, the people. Yeah, USA Hockey has been awesome to watch the men's Olympic team win now. Like freaking more, I can't even, warms my heart. And so it was big time stuff. I loved it, and what you're saying about the group of people, the collectors, the players, it's all the same. They're solid, solid people. A lot of blue collar.
that's
Did you say Florida Everblades?
Yes, sir.
That's a wonderful play on words. I love it.
Yeah.
Back to back ECHL champions.
Oh, okay. Wow.
They're the youngest, one of the youngest teams in the league, and they have already won the most Kelly Cups. For being an infant in the overall scheme of things, time wise, they've hoisted, I think, 5 Kelly Cups. Just incredible. They've brought a lot of great goalies through their system. Unfortunately, I wish they brought one more. Hey, kudos, love you guys. But they really great program. And for hockey down here in the Everglades, the way the branding is done with the alligator and all that stuff, the jerseys are freaking killer. And it just works. It's a big party down here in the swamp.
Nice.
And so hockey is believe it or not is thriving in Florida.
Wow. Okay.
So
Josh, have you been on a trading card?
No, I don't
Well,
believe so.
right, upper deck. You want to do some retro stuff for the little league and
No,
get
I
Josh
would-
and his
that would-
teammate on a trading
That's
card.
great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so, Wesley, because
Yeah.
you're probably in the snowiest, coldest part of this podcast world.
See, well, we have we had the Columbus Chill, which was in the ECHL, and then we got the Blue Jackets, the Columbus Blue Jackets, which is it started off kind of slow. For me, there's a huge difference in watching a game and going to a game. Going to a game, there's a lot more
I'm hearing that. Yeah.
action. And my youngest daughter, Aubrey, was a lacrosse goalie from a young age. So the goalie connection, being a goalie parent and goalie, I didn't know that about you, Josh. So it's something else that going to a game and watching your daughter play and then having the other team say something about, oh, look at that goalie. It's a different type of, plus, and I'm going to get on this. If you don't have a good defense, people are going to get by you and they're going to score. It's not just the goalie's fault always. You got to have somebody that kind of stops them before they get there.
Yeah.
But that's my soapbox on that that part. But yeah, I lately hockey has been around my face a lot more. We went to a Columbus Fury, which is a dealership's a sponsor of a volleyball team, women's volleyball team. But as we were leaving, it's in the same place as the Columbus Chill, and it just kind of makes you want to go back. And so I'll probably be hitting the game here pretty soon, whenever the season comes back around. And you're right, it does get with the weather being what it is. Hockey's huge in Canada. It's getting closer to here. It probably is a little more. I've always heard that it's a very expensive sport for kids to start out and play because of the ice time and all the other stuff. But what a cool sport. I also did read something the other day about how there used to be, and Josh, you guys correct me but there used to be one like main enforcer. Did we talk about this? There used to be in hockey, there used to be one main enforcer that would, if you went after
absolutely,
the attacks or the striker, what do they call them in hockey?
Well, usually, your goal scorer is puck man. A couple guys call them strikers, but you'll have a guy that will average 5 minutes and 30 seconds a game. His 5 minutes is the fighting penalty. The 30 seconds is how long it took him to find the human being that he was put out there to remove him with his connection to Earth. So some of the great ones from the past, that was a great part of hockey that you love to see, the goons, the enforcers.
The interesting stat that they brought up, though, was that since they've got away from that one enforcer, that the injuries in hockey now have been going through a lot worse than they have in the past, because I guess people are more, they're not scared to go after all the other players because they don't think there's going to be any repercussions. Like in the past, there was one big guy that would say, you come after my guy, I'm going to hit you and choke you out. But yeah, so that's I don't know if it was a documentary or I read something or I heard somebody talking about it, and I thought it was interesting that one thing, that one adjustment made such a big difference.
It's a big
time
changer.
I'm hearing about this. This is all new to me.
Gretzky had a guy who followed him around everywhere he went, and you never hear his name, and it's just, unfortunately, the guy doesn't get his just dues. But Gretzky was never touched, not just because he was near untouchable. It was also because there was 6'8" Ryan Peters, looking to just hurt humans. And you take a 6'8" guy that's 245, 255 and put him on ice skates. Now he can travel about the same as like a cheetah. It's
like a train, isn't it?
And then a wall that I'm allowed to use, a plexiglass, to put myself and that person in between. Like, that's, you got to be committed. You better really want to score when there are guys like out there that they want to hurt you.
See, this is the thing. While I'm enjoying getting into it, because I'm just learning so much in a very short space of time, and there's so first of all, I've got to learn about the sport. Then I've got to figure out who the teams are. Then I've got to figure out, okay, what's hot, what's not, and then you've got the cards.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a
what a
hell's
cool
teeth.
journey.
I feel like I'm kind of at the bottom of a mountain looking up. But Jason, do you have anyone down there? I mean, I know you're big into golf. That's your big thing that you partake in and also watch, as evidenced by your cap at the moment.
Correct.
In the golf club.
And I do like golf, but it's like I don't keep up with it like religiously. But I'm enjoying this weekend, and I've been buying some golf cards recently on EPAC. No, I like hockey. I've gone to a couple minor league games. There used to be a team here in town a long time ago, minor league or whatever, called the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks. And then where I'm originally from, Pensacola, Florida, we had a team, the Ice Pilots, and they're still there. They're still there, but now they're the Ice Flyers. And I looked it up, and they are part of the SPHL, which I don't know what that is, but they're Josh, like Josh said, and Wesley, they're fun games to go to. They're not real long, and usually you see some fights. I saw the last one I went to, a half court or rink
Center
goal.
ice.
Yeah, center ice goal. And then several sports movies that are favorites of mine are hockey movies.
Oh wow, okay.
Slapshot with Paul Newman from 1980. That's a great movie. The Mighty Ducks, Mystery Alaska, which is a great movie with Russell Crowe before he became real famous.
Okay.
The one about the Olympic team,
Miracle on Ice.
Miracle, yeah, that one's good. From the 1980 Olympics, Lake Placid. So yeah, there's some good hockey movies out there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The Mighty Ducks movies are so like
Gunnar Stahl. Emilio Estevez ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some they did a great job at putting as much real hockey in there as they could. And guys like Gunnar Stahl had like nightmares. I had nightmares of like how that guy could elevate the puck. And, they brought in a lot of talent for those movies. They brought in a lot of like world talent and guys from leagues over in Ukraine, Russia, France and stuff. And it was the beginning of flashiness, just different types of play in the NHL we hadn't seen before. The Michigan, where you lift the puck off the ice and throw it up over the goalie by putting the puck on the end of your stick, and said, this is a real thing now, when we thought that was absolutely a movie joke for the Mighty Ducks. Now it's been executed in the league several times. And we're in this real world of, those movies were killer, man. They did a good job of showing the different levels of hockey as the Ducks became, a big state school, and then going on to like the USA leagues, and love them.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm going to talk about National Hockey Card Day, because I first saw, I didn't even know it was a thing. Now, the thing is with NHL, it spans 2 countries. Okay. So why it's not called International Hockey Card Day, who knows? But apparently on one of the let me bring up the Instagram feed of Upper Deck Sports. This is the Upper Deck Sports Instagram feed. So needless to say, this has been absolutely on fire over the past few days. So here we go. So if you went to a participating retailer, you can get free. Well, first of all, there were packs, National Hockey Card Day packs, with 9 cards in, but you can get 9 card sheets, so you could get like uncut sheets from them. Look at these.
Oh, nice.
Don't they look cool? So I think they really look good. I'm jonesing to get one of those. But what else we got here? There's all sorts of stuff on here. I'm not going to spend ages. This is a Card World. They said, some of our best hockey cards ever. Now, if I start scrolling here, we're going to go down a rabbit hole of cards that we will never see and can never afford. But I'm going to give you an example. Look at that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Connor McDavid, 1 of 1, ultimate. What's that say? Ultimate logos, and it's a hockey shield.
Yeah, it's the shield from his jersey.
Nice. Exactly.
Wow.
So that's just one. I'm not going to scroll through all those because that's the unobtainium. But look at this. I mean, look at this stores yesterday. They were absolutely rammed. This is Players' Choice Sports, wherever they are. Really, 100 through the doors. National Hockey Card Day. There's loads of people there, and those signings and free packs being given away. There's brand activations going on all over the place. And yeah, these are these 9-card sheets. Look at these. Don't they look cool?
Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, you got the packs there. I'm jonesing to get some of these. I just think they look really cool. And the thing is, I want to get some of this in hand. I don't have any physical hockey cards yet, except for one, which I'll show you in a minute. But I know that much like other cards, I can learn about the player, the character, the team from looking at the cards. Do you see what I mean? They're like little flashcards, and they give you little bits of information. And that's kind of, I've already started to do that by looking at the stuff on Upper Deck. But let's face it, it's a small screen. I have to zoom in, and my eyesight's not the best anyway. So I really want some of these in hand. But you see this guy here, Matthew Schaefer. He's like the hot rookie. There's a little video playing now, so they're obviously talking to all the big people. So there's Conor McDavid, there's Demidov, who's apparently really popular as well. I know all this how, you'll find out in a minute. Matthew Schaefer, New York Islanders. So he's 18, but he's like the hot rookie at the moment, apparently. He's the one that people are going nuts for. Anyway, you can see, I mean, listen, go and have a look at it. But to time it with it, they released Fleer Ultra Hockey.
Wow.
And it came out on EPAC this week. Okay. Now, apparently, they only released this in very, very small quantity on physical, like really small quantity. So people are going absolutely nuts for it on EPAC.
That Ovechkin card there, where they wove that background in and out.
Yep.
That's one of the first times I've seen that done.
Yeah. Well, guess who else on this podcast might have bought some packs of Fleer Ultra Hockey on EPAC?
This guy over here.
This guy, yeah, you're pointing the wrong way. But anyway, certainly from my end, Josh is the only one sticking his finger up his bum. But so let me show you what I got, because you will be impressed. So I shouldn't gloat too much, but I did 2. Now there's 8 cards a pack. Okay, and you can see there from my collection on EPAC, I've got 80 cards. So you can do the math. I did 10 packs, but I did it in 5 2-pack purchases, starting Friday evening and then throughout yesterday. So I did 1 on Friday evening and then 4 throughout yesterday. In every twin pack, I got at least 1 red flasher. In 3 of them, I got 1 in each pack. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So let me skim through the base set stuff. I'm going to show you the stuff that I got. So, and literally, I've learnt an awful lot about certain players just from opening these, because you very quickly realise what's hot and what's not. So first of all, I got where are we here? Yeah, this is one of the big first red flashes. So it's a gold parallel of this guy, Jordan Binnington, who is apparently a goalie.
Yeah, crushed my dreams against the Bruins in the Cup a couple years ago. He's awesome.
And that's gold, and that's numbered out 250.
That's a nice card.
So, that's not bad. And that's the thing. You've got to bear in mind that when I'm showing these on screen, to me, they don't look vibrant. And that's because of the Upper Deck scans, the composite scan. I think these are going to look gorgeous in hand. But anyway, so there's that one. I pulled that one. And then as I'm going through it, I go and pull this one, which is obviously he's one of the hot guys at the moment. It's Demidov bloke. You just saw him in that little video. He plays for the Canadians. Again, numbered out 250. So nice. I'm happy with all this. This is going well. And then something unexpected happened.
Medallion.
I pulled a Matthew Schaefer Rising Stars Platinum Parallel, numbered to 99. The only comp of that is at $400.
Wow.
Wow.
And needless to say, the wish list on it goes on. You're scrolling for ages. And I've had some ridiculous lowball and cheeky trade offers trying to get it off me. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, it's not. I know that when I get into this more, when I learn a bit more, I'm not going to be going too crazy on a certain teams or players yet. I think I'm probably going to go towards the Oilers. Reason being is that when I was a teenager, I had a pen pal who lived in Alberta, Edmonton.
Okay.
And, we're still friends via Facebook. But, so Edmonton just appeals. And I quite like the colour of the outfits and, Conor McDavid's on all the packs and things like that. So it feels like a natural fit for me.
Draisaitl is turning into a phenom.
Yeah, and I don't know. Thank you. I didn't know how to pronounce his name. So I kind of figured I'd peaked, but then last night I was opening stuff and I got. Is it this one? Hang on a minute. So this is a green parallel, I believe, of Colton Dash or Dak, and that's numbered to 15.
Wow.
So I got that was my last pull. My penultimate one, however, was where is it? Hang on a minute. I got one that was numbered out of 25 somewhere along the way. Might have been this Rising Stars one. Yeah, it was this one. So as I went through it, I was gradually getting tighter and tighter numbering. No, that's not numbered out of 25. There's something in here that's numbered out of 25. Anyway, you get the idea. And then you've got these gold parallel. So, yeah, I've got a gold medallion. That obviously flashed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think out of about 10 packs, I got about 7 flashes.
Wow.
Most
awesome.
of them numbered.
Now you make me want to go. Now you make me want to buy hockey cards.
But that's the thing. I don't know if I was just lucky, or if the algorithm was pumping because it was the hockey card day, or because it recognizes that I've not bought much hockey in the past, so it was kind of giving me some good stuff. I don't know. But yeah, so suffice to say, I've had quite a nice little dabble, and it's just got me more. I mean, look at some of these. I mean, this is just the base medallion. I mean, this looks terrible on the scan, but that's going to look gorgeous.
That's going to look
awesome. Look at the Fleer Ultra logo.
Yeah,
that's going to be silver and very shiny.
Right. Yeah,
so,
no, I like this a lot. I like the gold too.
It looks good. Looks good. I've got this guy as well, Adrian Kemp. That's just a basic standard medallion, but because it's such a limited physical release, even the base medallions are pretty sought after. In fact, a lot of these are going a bit crazy. Some of the digital base are selling for like $5, $6, $7 for the popular players, and that's the digital base. What's going on? I see people posting in Ben Berry's EPAC group going, "What's going on with Fleer Ultra Hockey?" And some of them are a bit bent out of shape because it's got a different dynamic going on with it on EPAC this year. For some reason. But yeah, I mean, that's not a bad little taste. But the thing is, I really want some of them in hand. And I know if I ordered these to come to me physically, it would take months. So I'm not doing that. What I really want to do is get some physical product and just see what I like, what type of inserts I like, get a feel for it. But I think I'm probably going to go towards the patch and the auto cards. And just, a couple of insert types that are nice and shiny, which kind of echoes how I collect the non-sport stuff. So, yeah.
I think those medallions are going to be beautiful in hand.
But I've had an absolute riot. I went through and comped some of the bigger cards. And based on what's been sold so far, I've probably got, from $130 spend, I've probably got some cards there that are worth collectively, just the 6 cards that I sort of looked at comped. Probably about $600 worth. So I have no idea if that's the norm. I don't think it's the norm. I just think I've been exceptionally lucky with it. But I told you I've got one hockey card in hand, just the one. And I think I've showed this before. I'm going to show it again. He says making himself big on screen, and that's not a euphemism. It is. I picked it up from the Upper Deck booth at the National last year, and it's just a free preview promo they were giving out. It's from the National Hockey Card Day in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, it's just a nice little card. Lafreniere. Alexis Lafreniere from the New York Rangers. My focus isn't doing too well on that one. But you get the idea.
Right.
No, it's just a nice card.
Yeah.
Nothing special, just a nice card.
Clean.
And sometimes that's all you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always been impressed when I've looked at hockey cards that the photography really stands out on those
Yes.
cards compared to like the other sports. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, they get some good shots and just everything's real crisp with with those cards.
Yeah.
Lighting is incredible. In order to even for the players to do what they do, they have to have insane lighting systems, and it does. And those guys, those photographers, are at ice level because there's so many spots in a hockey arena where you can fit them in. And so those guys are ported through, and there's usually not even the plexi in between. So they have holes in the plexiglass where cameras have been smashed many times by pucks spiraling, riding along a big time camera systems. But you're right, Jason. It does it's noticeable when you compare it to football, big time. You feel like right there, like they were right up underneath the player taking the shot sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. So I'm really looking forward to the national this time. Having obviously going again, it won't be so new. I can actually focus a bit, and I can actually look at some physical stuff, and maybe bust a couple of boxes while I'm there. So I'm really looking forward to that. Right, I'm going to finish up with if you'll indulge me. So his ears must have been burning early on because I've already mentioned him once this episode. Our good friend Greg McLaughlin of the Rebel Base Card podcast, who I like to think of as the sister podcast to us. Did you know he makes his own trading cards?
I do.
So these
that's cool.
These are beautiful. So what he does these things called swag packs, and I'll hold these up. So for those of you on YouTube, you'll see. And he does them, and he bases them on the Star Wars card designs, so the different colors and things like that as you go through. But they are about and of the episodes of his podcast, as you'll see, because we're going to open some. So this is series 3. This is series 4. What have we got here? I've got series 5, 5th series.
Yeah.
And he designs them all himself.
The episode where he breaks down how he put together the checklist, everything like that, is one of my favorite episodes.
So we're gonna open. I mean, I've got 4 of them here. We're just gonna open 1 for now, because these have been sat here, and Greg gave these to me at the National last year, and to my shame, I haven't opened them yet. So I kind of wanted to open them now, and they're beautiful things.
But they look cool, and I mean the packs look cool. Like that,
So we're going to open it. I haven't got a card cam set up, so I'm just going to hold it up and open it here. And they're nice. And these, I fold these out and I keep these, the ones I've opened so far.
Yeah.
In a little thing.
Doesn't that pack remind you of like the bubblegum era?
That's exactly the vibe he was going for.
It's
obviously not wax. It's more of a papery thing. So when you go into it, what he does is he's got 9 cards that are about his episodes, and then he fills it in with some just random printed cards from the actual official releases.
Okay.
So we'll look at those in a moment. And then there's a little sticker in there as well.
Nice.
Little Rebel Base Card podcast sticker. So we go through. So we've got, this is card number 19. So each pack is 9 cards. So Swag Pack 1 was cards 1 to 9. Swag Pack 2 was cards 10 to 18. So this is card 19. And it's about certain episodes. There's a Shadow of the Empire's 1. There's episode 100. Remembering Ralph McQuarrie. And on the back, right, just turn it around. How much does that look like the OG Star Wars cards?
Exactly.
He's done an absolutely banging job with them. I mean, they're really nice.
That is so cool.
I should say, by the way, he doesn't sell these. He gives these away at shows.
Yeah.
He gives these away when he goes to cons and shows and interviews people and does stuff. So then we've got, which one's this? Hang on a minute. I need to turn around and look at it myself. There's something that happens local to him called Scarif Con, which is just a local Star Wars Day thing. So he goes there and does that, and I think he's in that photo somewhere. But then there's the info on the back. And then we've got the next one, which is... he interviews one of the guys from The Mandalorian, so that's Greg interviewing one of the guys who was in The Mandalorian, first series.
Cool. It's awesome.
Wow.
It's just really fun.
They are fun. But I really like... damn you, Greg. I wish I'd thought of this first. Because we could do some banging cards.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we still could. We still could.
Yeah.
Greg's the entire reason I went through the whole process of like trying to.
But
learn
my
how to make
visual
cards.
skills, wax pack. So these are from certain episodes. That's what I like about them. And then we've got vintage order form found at Chicago Sports Spectacular. So that was an order form for retailers to order Star Wars cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then he's got an artist meeting artist Kevin Cleveland at the Chicago Non-Sports Show. And then finally, I think we're almost finally. No, not quite. These are the cards so the swag packs have their own. Right, how meta is this? This is like Pop will eat itself. This is the swag packs getting their own card in the swag packs.
That's just awesome.
What's that all about? And then the final one is a checklist
Nice.
of all the ones you've just seen. And then at the back, there's a little QR code,
Cool.
so you can go to his, to find his podcast. Isn't that great? It's just
That's
a really nice little
Really
9-card
cool.
set. Now, let's look at the official cards that we got in here. These are all from Rogue One Mission Briefing. We have, and these are basically just done on heritage stock for Rogue One. This is kind of like a Rogue One set, and they have these are official cards. That's Trax Beam.
So he throws in some commons that
He throws in just
Nice.
some commons.
And it's a
They're
great
nice.
contrast to see those, and then his cards and how well he does. Even the stock, everything, the color palette, he knocked it out of the park.
So there we go. That's rebelbasecard.com. Go and have a look. Find him on Instagram. Hit him up when you see him at a show. Find out where he's going, and maybe you two could get the next swag pack. 6 series. I don't know if he's come out with 7 yet. He probably has. Maybe I'll get it in the summer. Maybe Series 8 will be out by then. But yeah, I love them. Shout out to Greg. Go and give him a listen. And especially if you go on, for all I know, I might be on one of the cards in these things because I've been on his show a few times. Who knows? But yeah, that's about it really. How's that for a home show? Bit of a lazy river. We went to all corners of the universe then, didn't we?
Yeah, there was a lot to catch up on.
There was a lot to catch up on. Yeah. Keith, we missed you.
We missed you.
He's somewhere. He's somewhere in Miami at the moment. So who knows what he'll be getting up to?
He's either at a casino or getting eaten by an alligator. There's only
I thought you were going to say something other than alligator.
I did as well, but I'm glad we didn't go there.
No, it's a family show.
But guys, you've been you dear listeners, dear viewers, have also been wonderful. You remain ever so. Please follow us on Instagram. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Download, as always, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. This week, I'm going to pick on Wesley this week to sign us off because he's Wesley and it makes me smile.
Well, I'm smiling too. Everybody just have a great week, have a great day, and